All hail the plunger. Is there anyone on here that can make this like a picture? So stupid. Welcome back, traders and collectors. It's your favorite Pokey Plumber here, flushing out the latest news and hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I've got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a little bit. Gonna get my mojo back and get into the groove. But first things first, this is the last day, yes, the very last day for the Heatwave Arena giveaway. So all you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, and then the next video, I'll announce the winner. So last day, this is your chance to get it. It might be the better half of the Destined Rivals. I don't know. I think you guys are crazy. I think this whole set is going to be insane. Super excited for it. But as long as you've been watching me, I always say, look where everyone else isn't. And today, we're going to go over my top 5 booster boxes under $300. Because a lot of booster boxes are $200 now. But let's go over the top 5. And the first things first is I love to look at TCG Player and its graphs for booster boxes. And when I see nice, consistent, growth that plays a factor in my choice. I don't like when it just goes like this, or this, or this, or this, or this. I like nice and slow. So all of these boxes have that in common. It's nice, slow, continuous growth over time. And that is a great indication to say. So number 1 is going to shock many of you, and I'm going to say it, and you're going to think I'm crazy, but I don't think I'm that crazy. The first booster box I really like, drum roll please. Are you picturing a drum roll? Battle Styles. What did he say? You know that meme? What did he say? Battle Styles. I was just looking, and you can still buy an older box, about, I don't know, 4 years old. I think 4 years. I'll tell you right now. All right, 4 years old. So my pick number 1 is Battle Styles. You might think I'm insane, but if you want to get a couple boxes to have in your collection at an affordable rate, and it's an older box, I said this before, I look at Steam Siege, I look at Crimson Invasion, and to me, you have an Alt Art Tyranitar. That's one of my favorite cards in this whole Sword and Shield era, is the Sleepy T-Tar. And then you have the Empoleon, you have the Urshifu's. I know people aren't a fan of the Urshifu, but you also have a Golden Houndoom. So box number 1, underneath $300. I know I'm going to lose so many of you, but it's going to be Battle Styles. Box number 2, we're going to jump into the Scarlet and Violet era for this. I might go 2 Scarlet and Violet boxes and then end off with 2 Sword and Shield boxes. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on. My next box is going to be Paradox Rift. Beautiful Paradox Rift. We saw so much Paradox get reprinted and nobody wanted it. And you had your chance to grab it at, $480 a case to $540 a case. And all I kept doing in my head was comparing it to Chilling Reign. Like, it's a solid set. It has the Groudon. It has the Roaring Moon, which I love Roaring Moon. It has the Iron Valiant, which I think is cool, and this set has a lot of beautiful illustration rares. However, it's still a $170 to $180 box. And honestly, I don't think we're going to see too much of the set get reprinted. I think we had our reprints of this. I think Pokemon's moving on. So, Paradox Rift, that's number 2. Number 3 is going to be... come on. Number 3 is going to be Temporal Forces. Temporal Forces goes super deep. Has a fantastic, illustration rare set. It has so many SIRs in this set with the Iron Crown, the Iron Leaves, Walking Wake, Raging Bolt, all that Gouging Fire. So you have so many beautiful cards, and because they were Future and Paradox Pokemon, nobody liked it. This box is still hovering around the same amount as Paradox Rift. I don't think there wasn't too much temporal printed to begin with, and Temporal's not a fan favorite. So I don't see them going back and reprinting a whole bunch of Temporal. And first and foremost, this is all speculation. This is just how I feel inside. This is what I'm doing. This is what makes sense to me. So Temporal Forces is number 3 on that list. Man, I hated it when it came out. And I gave it a chance, and now I love it. Isn't that crazy how that goes? Next is going to be Silver Tempest, hovering around $279 a box. And you know, the truth of it is, right now, I was noticing this on TCG Player. On TCG, they're letting people sell the Japanese counterparts for $70. So I don't know if that's affecting the price, but at $279 a box, I still think Silver Tempest is super strong. You have one of the biggest chases in the whole Sword and Shield era with the Lugia. So personally to me, you can't go wrong. And I love the Blazikins in this too. The Blaziken, the Rayquaza, like Silver Tempest, we're 1,000% sure we're not going to see any more of this reprinted. So this is definitely a box that if you don't have in your collection, I mean, if you love Lugia, why not add it? Personally, I love this set. I still feel like it's undervalued. I still feel like there's so much more room for this set to grow. And Silver Tempest. Number 5. I'm sure you guys can guess what number 5 is. Still underneath 300 a box. Since I've started my channel, I've talked so much about this set. It's one of my favorite sets from Sword and Shield. I actually did a job for somebody, and they threw this. Shout out to Nikki Cards. There goes the Tina. Brilliant Stars. All right, first and foremost, this is a thing. I love the box. I love how you have Arceus on the front. I love how you have Charizard on the side. You have Shaymin on top, and then you have Whimsicott on the other side. Brilliant Stars is truly one of my favorite sets in all the Sword and Shield era. You have a beautiful Zard. Pulled this one. You have a beautiful Zard, you have an Arceus, and you have the Trainer Gallery, okay? You have the Sylveon, you have the Umbreon, and you have 2 of each. You have, the Umbreon V and the Umbreon V Max, vice versa with Sylveon. You have the Mimikyu, so a very, very fantastic Trainer Gallery, along with Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Eevee. Tell me how this set is still sub $300. Maybe it was that last reprint that it had, but to me, this is just such a no-brainer, and it's been hovering, but you see beautiful, nice, slow, consistent growth. And that's exactly what you want to see. And I mean, for me, this is one of my favorite pieces in my collection, even though it's a modern set. I love having it. I'll rip it any day of the week. It's so much fun to rip with the Trainer Gallery. So I love this right now. Brilliant Stars is still on that list for me. Next, I want to talk about, there's a slow process happening right now, and nobody's paying attention to it. Right now, I'm predicting newer stuff to finally drop down in price. I'm predicting by the summer, we're going to see Journey Together around $140 to $150 a box. I know it sounds crazy. You're like, under MSRP? Yes, that's what I'm seeing right now. Prismatic is getting printed nonstop. And the only thing standing in our way right now is distribution. And I know it sounds wild, but when you have Pokemon slamming on the printers the way they are right now, distribution can't hold on to all that product forever. Yes, they can have more people join distribution, and I think that's what we're going to start seeing, but they're the ones that don't want the price to drop. They want to keep selling it at a higher price, because it's a business at the end of the day. So then if they're getting it they're making it a higher price, then stores are getting it for a higher price, and they have to sell it for more. But when you have an abundance of product coming in, and it's just nonstop, and then people start to get, priced out, sick of this, sick of that, and then you're starting to lose collectors, because your average collector is here from 6 months to 12 months, sometimes 18 months. People are going to start leaving this hobby, and you're just going to have too much product. It happens time and time again. And I'm seeing release after release after release right now. So it's not like Pokemon's, printing things slower or anything like that. No, they have the pedal to the metal right now. And I see so many people selling their collections. And when I see this many people selling their collections, and it's all Scarlet and Violet with very little Sword and Shield, I know the newer people are already in and out. I saw a guy post, a scalper. he was complaining that he couldn't get rid of his Journey Together ETBs, which is beautiful. So now you see scalpers starting to get hurt. So this is the first part of the domino. When scalpers start getting hurt and they're getting stuck with product and they can't move it right away, then it's going to make them say, hey, maybe I shouldn't risk it again on the next set. And then if they get hurt again, now you're seeing another thing is people are canceling their pre-orders for Destined Rivals. They weren't happy with the Mewtwo. They weren't happy with this. Personally, for me, I think the set's fantastic. I love it. When the price is right, I'm all in. I'm all in. But now when you have people canceling pre-orders, scalpers getting upset, you're creating a whirlwind about to happen. And then it's just like, once that first domino goes down, it's a do. Right now, there's walls in front of that domino, you know, protecting it. Layer after layer is getting worn away. And then the inevitable happens and then that's when we'll see things calm down. You'll be able to start ripping your packs. I think it's just going to be a slower process. It's not going to happen as fast as it usually does. But in due time, things are going to change. And I am super, super excited for that. So just ride the wave, keep on collecting, and things are going to get better. And I feel like it's sooner than later, but it's just a little more time. Just stick with the product, just stick with it. Don't give up, and you will be able to buy things and open things and have fun again. Because I know personally for me, when I'm ripping a 151 pack, a Paldean Fates pack, I'm like, why am I ripping a pack right now over, you know, $12, $13? It hurts. It hurts deep down. Things, it's going to be okay. And I'm not, you might think I'm crazy that I want this to happen, but I'm here for the long term. Nothing's changed. I'm collecting right now. If I can't buy it for what makes sense to me, then I'm just not buying it. I'm okay with missing out. And at the end of the day, you need to be okay with missing out, because product that was Journey Together, we still can have 2 to 3 years of that coming out. Destined Rivals, we can have a heavy 2 to 3 years with this. Prismatic, I'm already seeing a heavy since it's been released. So we're having a full year of just product after product, and they're letting us know, hey, this is coming out, this is coming out, the pin collection is coming out, the figure collection is coming out. You have or the pouch is coming out. You have so many things of Prismatic coming out. One, personally for me, it's not that fun to rip. So I'm kind of like, I don't need to buy every release of Prismatic. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one with that mindset. So just stay tough and stick with it, and we'll end up being able to, you know, afford and buy what we want again, all in due time. But thank you everybody for coming by. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the support, the great comments, so many positive messages. You guys are the best. That's why I'm sticking with this and filming more videos. Yeah, we're on the road to 5K. We had a little bump, but we're just going to keep it moving. Thank you all. Hey, Pokemon pronunciation of the day. Come on. Come on. I did not forget. I hear people say, Bidoof, okay? It is just Bidoof. Bidoof, a legendary Pokemon in my mind. All right, it is Bidoof. When nerves of steel, nothing can perturb it. It is more agile and active than it appears. Bidoof. Bidoof. Like, comment, subscribe.